What are we talking about today?
Hello everybody and welcome to What Are We Talking About? Today we're talking about episode 3 of season 6 of The Walking Dead called Thank You. Which, first of all, if you haven't seen the episode, there's going to be massive spoilers in this, so watch the episode first.
Yeah, good thing you said that first.
But,
he got spoiled for me.
Yeah, he got a spoil for him, and then he luckily, before I managed to go on Facebook in the morning, he texted me and said, don't go on Facebook because there's massive spoilers, so I just stayed the day off social media until I could get home and watch the Walking Dead episode, and my worst fears were realized. Because when he said that, I thought that means that somebody was going to die. Yeah. Especially, like, a main character. And then, I just kind of thought, I hope it's not Glenn. Because for some reason, I just kind of thought it was going to be Glenn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like, it would be one of the few main characters that they would kill off. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's just like, no, don't do it.
Yeah. But, I don't know. There's all the theories still out on the internet. I kind of don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead. Because I think that, when he and Nicholas, after Nicholas shot himself, him and Nick fell, and it seems, from the angle, it looked like that Glenn was getting his guts ripped out. But I think it was Nick's body fell on top of Glenn, and they ripping his guts. Because if you notice, it almost looked like they were pulling guts out of his chest.
I know, that's what it looked like to me, and I was like, that's weird. But another reason why it seems like he might not be dead is because the way that the scene was like shot and stuff, it was almost like, it was weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it was almost like hyper realistic, and like,
I think it was just that it's the tone that they're going for in that.
But I mean, they've never done that with any other main character.
Well, I think it's because we've had Glenn pretty much, like, he had a voice in the first episode of the first season. And then the second episode, we definitely seen it. Like, he's been in pretty much every episode for the last 6 seasons. He's one of the fan favorites.
Yeah.
They really, if he does die, really wanted to make it seem hyper-realistic.
One thing that did kind of go through my mind while, like, not during, like, afterwards, when I was kind of thinking about it, I thought, just because I did kind of think maybe it wasn't real, but then I also kind of thought, maybe because Glenn is such a significant character, that it was almost trying to show you what he was feeling when it was happening, because it was kind of like...
Well, they both were, it almost seemed that both of them were kind of just in
shock.
Yeah, like, it was just like, what were they supposed to do? Mm-hmm. Like, where were they supposed to go?
Yeah, I don't know. But that isn't all that happened in the episode. That wasn't even the end of the episode.
No, he's not the only person who might have died. There's other people who definitely... Like,
oh, yeah.
That group started off fairly big and pretty strong, and then, like...
Almost everybody died.
Yeah, almost everyone died.
Only Michonne and that one other dude survived.
No,
much, right?
There was Michonne, and that one other dude, and the dude with the... There's a bald dude, the guy with dreads in, like, kind of the bun, and then Michonne.
Yeah, but didn't the bald dude get eaten at the fence, at the gate at the end?
Not that bald dude.
What bald
dude? The guy
dude?
who got shot in the calf.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They helped him over. I fucking forgot about that. But yeah, no. Yeah, so pretty much everybody in that section.
So if you think about it...
And also, at the end, it left on a cliffhanger of, is Rick about to get mauled by a horde of zombies?
I know, yeah, like, that was...
Because the door on the camper was open...
Yeah, the only thing
and he was bleeding out through his hand.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that possibly he's going to... The only thing I can think of is that he might cap a few of them in the van and then, like, run out the driver door. Like,
yeah, I don't know if that camper has a driver door, does it? I assume so.
Oh, that's...
I didn't notice. I never noticed until all of a sudden it was too late.
I think
I assume that that they would have to.
Yeah. I think so.
But I'm not sure. I think because
so.
Like one of those big, like diesel pusher, like Greyhound style camper, they don't have a driver door, do they?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
It all comes through the passenger.
Mm-hmm. But who knows? Maybe it does, and that's what I would hope, is that Rick gets away. Because if you lose Glenn and Rick,
It seems like they are almost going for like a
Game of Thrones?
cast change.
Oh.
Like, maybe not Game of Thrones, and like, maybe they will, and like, they kind of do to some extent, but not with major characters.
No, that's the thing.
But they might be doing like almost like a cast changeover type of a deal. Like, we've had a lot of people come in this season that seem like they might stick. Right?
What if Rick loses his hand? That's bleeding out. Like, what if
Well, that all depends.
it gets infected or something?
Do you think he got infected? Because
No, I don't think he got infected. He got cut on a machete.
Well, yeah, but that was the thing, is there was like zombie blood on it, or walker blood on it. Right?
Yeah, he might have, but I don't know.
It
I don't
almost
think
looked
so.
like he seemed like he was worried about that. I don't know.
Because I've heard that in the comics, that the governor, or not the governor, is that from the prison? The villain from the prison, yeah.
The governor.
He, in the comics during that time, like it's clearly not in the show, but in the comics during that time, the governor cuts off Rick's right hand or whatever, his main hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it never happened in the show, and it's probably because it would be really tough to have a single-handed main protagonist when the guy playing him has two hands.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's different with Merle because he was, like, barely in it, and, like, if you think about it, Merle with one hand, he was not in that much of it. He was only in, like, 10 episodes or 12 episodes,
yeah,
right?
I guess, yeah.
And he just had that big-ass metal thing, but, like, Rick wouldn't have something like that.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Like, that's the thing. That fit Merle's style. Like, that seemed like something he would do, and it made sense. Whereas, like, if Rick all of a sudden had this big, like, steel contraption over his hand, it would be like, that looks dumb. Plus, Merle wasn't a main character even when he came back. Like, he was, like, one of the main side characters.
Oh, yeah.
But he wasn't.
Sure.
It wasn't like the stories were really following him.
No, it was more about Daryl.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Overall, this episode wasn't quite as good. Like, the beginning of the episode was a little slower. It wasn't quite as intense as, like, episodes 1 and 2 so far this season were, like,
I don't know.
crazy intense almost the entire
I felt
time.
from the beginning of this episode it was pretty intense. Like, how they were all running, they were maybe, like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes ahead at the start.
Yeah, I don't know. It just felt a little slow at the beginning, I thought. And then
it was kind of funny, too, how that one guy who's just, like, almost blaming Rick, and then all of a sudden he's, like, the first one to get...
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
he gets his neck ripped.
And I was like... when I was watching that, because Rick and Michonne and Glenn were all talking by themselves, right? And that one dude is listening. Mm-hmm. And then that dude gets bit.
No, that was... The guy listening to that was the guy with kids. Cause, yeah,
that's what I mean. And then that other dude gets bit, right?
Yeah.
And then... So all those four run back there. And when it showed it, I was like... How did he get bit? How did this happen?
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. It's just like...
Was he just, like... enticing the zombie to bite him? Like, I don't understand how he wouldn't hear it. No. That's the thing. It's like every once in a while, the walkers are just completely silent.
Oh, yeah.
They're the sneakiest little buggers ever.
Yeah. Especially through the force. Like,
that's why, like, when Ed died in the first season, that made sense. The zombie was, like, scratching on his tent, and he thought it was somebody else, so he ignored it, and then they came in and bit him. So he heard the sounds, he just ignored it, right? Whereas, like, that dude, there's no way he wouldn't have heard it.
I know.
Like,
yeah, especially when they're supposed to be on high alert.
Yeah, it's like
a zombie horde. Like...
There was, I think, another time that happened in the episode where, like, something happened and I was like, how did that even happen? I don't remember what it was, but there was something.
Was it that chick who kept on falling? She fell, like, 1,000...
Well, I don't know. When she twisted her ankle or whatever, it didn't really seem like...
Well, yeah, like, I was wondering why they, like... Because when it showed them, like, bandaging her leg, it seemed like it was more than just twisted ankle. It looked like she was bleeding and shit like that. Or no, I think she had just sprained it. And there's the other guy who, got shot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that chick just kept on falling. And then, at least she seemed like she's, like, after that last guy who died in the forest died, they had a pretty good group. They were all like, especially when that guy got bit, mm-hmm. like, he was handling that pretty well. I had respect for him in that way.
Well, when that happened too, I was just like, shit, it's right on his, like, shoulder, right? So it's not like they could, like, chop off his arm.
That was my first thought too, is that, like, they couldn't do anything to help him. Like, that was it, right?
And he accepted it right away.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was really good about it.
Fucking got a bad way to die, though. He kind of died the Noah way up against the fence. Like, not a glass revolving door this time, but this
chain link
fence. Like, he just, that would suck.
Yeah.
And
I was half expecting somebody to shoot him.
I know. I was thinking, like, well, not even shoot him, but at least Michonne stab him in the head or something.
Or something,
like,
yeah.
Like, something to make it quick. But they all just, like, stood there and watched it and was like, okay, let's go. It's like, you guys could have at least, like...
Also, I kind of was half expecting Michonne to try and grab that dude's note.
Yeah, me too. And then it was just left, and it's just like, wow, I'm pretty sure the two husbands in that group are now dead. Like, the only two husbands...
Their wives are probably dead, too. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, Glenn.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. But,
Maggie and Glenn are...
I meant that other dude's wife is probably dead already. Like, that's the first thing I thought when he's like, I got a wife back there or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, she's probably dead.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, you watch, she's probably that chick who is smoking or something like that. Like, it's...
Like, there's a lot of people...
Michonne's gonna go back, try and find the wife, and Carol's gonna be like... She did.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. The next episode I heard is not... It's a flashback episode about Morgan, is what I heard.
Oh.
So we won't even get to see the results right away. I mean, I might be wrong.
Maybe it'll just be like some of the episode. I hope we
kind of like the first episode, how it was like part flashback and part modern day.
Because I really want to see what's gonna happen. Like, because there's still a horde of zombies approaching Alexandria.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it doesn't seem like Rick was able to get that. Like, unless like in the start of the next episode, he gives it one last try and it does kick over, and then he's got to like.
He has to Back to the Future and just slam his forehead on the horn and it'll start.
But no, like if he can't do anything about it, they're gonna get to Alexandria there. And I kind of hope they do, because I want to see more of all this craziness going on.
Yeah.
And like with the wolves attacking.
That's the thing. Those were wolves that attacked Rick too, like, right?
Those are the ones that attacked Morgan. That Morgan talked to, and then they attacked him in the camper, and he killed them all. And it's, like it goes to show that contrast between him and Morgan, how Morgan let them go, and he just fucking no problem, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just no.
He grabbed the gun and just unloaded on him through the door.
When he first grabbed his gun, like, he pointed at the other guy and didn't even think about, like, didn't ask any questions, like, had no thought about it, just bam, like.
Well, I don't know, I would have too, though, because they were
attacking
him, trying to kill him.
But he definitely had the upper hand.
But then the other people, he just gunned him down, like, no mercy, like, pulled out the automatic and laid them all out, right? Like, didn't even look at, like, just through the wall and shit, right?
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I kind of hope that they do. I mean, it's one way to make you keep coming back for more is if they don't show us what happened in this next episode.
That would kill me, though.
It would suck, but I mean, it kind of, I feel like that's what's going to happen, but I hope that it doesn't. I hope
it doesn't get slow again. I hope it just stays this kind of...
Well, I mean, I do want to see more about Morgan, though. He is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, yeah, but I like how they're showing a lot of things just through, like, all this shit that's going on, right? Like, it's not like there's much of a dull... They're constantly in some sort of suspenseful...
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the
still able to go on with the drama and stuff.
No, a lot of the character development and stuff is happening due to action and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas in season 2, all the character development was just exposition the whole time. That's why it sucked so much, right? Whereas, now it's you actually are seeing people go through these changes instead of just hearing them talk about going through changes.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy like season 6 so far.
I agree. Really it's so far my favorite season.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's only been 3 episodes, but still, they've all been saying that this 3rd episode I didn't like as much as 1 and 2 doesn't mean I didn't like the 3rd one. The 3rd one was still amazingly good. I just thought that it wasn't quite as good as 1 and 2. Because 1 and 2 were just like high intensity the whole time.
I think the order for me so far is 2, 3, 1.
You didn't like episode 1?
I do. I like episode 1. I just feel like
I really liked episode 1. Oh, well, I mean, I really liked episode 1 for the style that they used in it.
Oh, yeah, the style was cool.
So that kind of brings up my, I would say it would be 2, 1, 3 for me. Like, because one, just the way that it was that that episode happened, I just really liked it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like the flashbacks were in black and white, like all that aspect and stuff, and it could just kind of, it was almost felt a little bit like Pulp Fiction, where it was like all these things started tying together at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not anywhere near to the
yeah.
same extent as Pulp Fiction, but you know what I mean, like a little bit.
No, it kind of does do that. Yeah.
Let us know what you think about the episode in the comments down below. That's it. Never stop learning.